guys, it's Sharika and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I would love to have you. So today we're doing something light. I just have some Dungeness crabs here, corn and potato. For today's drink, this is just a passion fruit. I put a little bit of grenadine and then just garnished it with orange and cherry. Let's go ahead and say grace. Amen. Hey y'all, happy Monday. Waffle. Y'all, this drink, it's the passion fruit, Welch's passion fruit, I think. I thought it was actually going to be purple, but it's orange. But it's so good. It's really sweet. This drink doesn't have any alcohol in it. This juice is so good. I'm wasting it everywhere, but it's real good. So we do have a story time today. Roll up my sleeves. The story time is from Fatal Attraction. Now this story is crazy. I was shook. I watched it this morning and I could not believe my eyes. I've never seen anything like this. So if you guys are familiar with the show Fatal Attraction, y'all already know how this story is gonna go. So let's just jump right in. I'm gonna start off with some of my corn. Let me turn off this warmer. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. All right. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So there was this guy. And his name was, damn, what was his name? I think the guy, I forgot the guy's name, so we'll just call him Hakeem. So Hakeem, he lived in Atlanta. He is an up and coming rapper. And this is a true story. It happened in 2017. So Hakeem also, he pretty much was rapping like all his life. His mom had like this little kid show when he was about 5 that she produced, like an educational show for kids, and he would like rap the lessons. So he's been rapping like all his life. So not only was he doing rapping, he was also producing. He would help people with their lyrics and stuff like that. So I guess like ghostwriting and stuff like that. So he met this girl. Her name was Sierra. So he met Sierra. They was kicking it for a while, and Sierra ended up pregnant. He got the blood work done. The baby was his. So he always, you know, had his daughter. Everything was cool. They lived together. They was now in like a relationship. Everything was cool. Well, people started wanting him. I don't remember what his rap name was, but people started wanting him to do shows and different things like that. His mom was his manager. So one day, a girl called 911 because she heard some gunshots. Look at this, y'all. So she heard some gunshots. She called the police. The police came out there. They lived in a nice neighborhood. Like they lived in some condos somewhere. And the neighbor said she heard some shots on the second floor. The police go into the apartment and find him on the floor. Hakeem on the floor. Nobody else was there. Now the neighbor did tell the police that the guy, his girlfriend, and his baby lived there. But when they went in, they only found him on the floor. And he had already passed. They noticed that it was a trail of blood like going outside the apartment. So they followed the trail to another neighbor's house. And they found Sierra in there, crying, covered in blood. Now they couldn't really figure out what had happened because, you know, she was kind of she was crying uncontrollably, so they couldn't really, you know, hear what was going on. They got her down to the station and they asked her what happened. So she was telling them that that was her boyfriend and they had been dealing with domestic violence issues for years. She said they had been together 4 years and it was always an issue with him because he was doing drugs, and sometimes when he would do drugs he would become a different person. So she said he had one of his friends that was supposed to be his so-called gym buddy come over there, and they sitting up front. She was supposed to be coming over there to buy a little Mary Jane. So she said she came out of the room, spoke to the girl, and went back in the room. Well, he didn't like that. Hakeem, he didn't like that. So he followed her in the back and was like, you know, what's wrong with you? Why you got the attitude? Whatever, whatever. So she was like, I'm not trying to entertain your friends. Like, I came out, I spoke, whatever, and I went back in the room. So they started, you know, getting into it, whatever. So the girl, the gym buddy, got up and walked out. So once the gym buddy got up and walked out, she said that that really made him upset. So he pushed her down on the floor in the hallway. So once Hakeem put Sierra down in the hallway, she had a knife in her pocket that she kept in her pocket just for protection when she walked into the store or whatever she needed to do. She always kept like a little knife. The knife fell out of her pocket. So when he saw that the knife fell out of her pocket, he said, oh, you was gonna stab me? So she was like, no, I wasn't gonna stab you, I wasn't gonna stab you. So he picks up the knife. It was like a little ninja knife. It was like, I've never seen a knife like this before. He picks up the knife and tries to stab her with the knife. So of course she kicking, whatever, trying to protect herself. She said he was trying to cut her, like stab her in the stomach. So she kicking her legs and he's stabbing her in her legs. And then with her kicking so wild, somehow he ends up cutting himself. So when he realized that he was cut, he walked off and went in the bathroom. So she said that she started crawling around. She had blood in her eyes. Blood and tears is what she said. She had blood and tears in her eyes. So her eyes was closed. She was feeling around on the ground for her knife and came across his gun. And she said he came at her, so she shot him. So she said she didn't mean to, you know, hurt him like that. She was just trying to protect herself. So she took her and her baby and they ran to the neighbor's house. So the detectives were listening to the story. Of course, they looked at records. She was saying that he was selling a little Mary Jane on the side, but he's never been arrested. He didn't have any record at all. There was no domestic violence cases, reports, or whatever. So they had nothing to really go by. So they got in contact with the gym buddy. The gym buddy said that she came over there because he asked her to come over there to listen to some of his tracks, because he had just booked a big show in Vegas, and he wanted her to listen to some of the tracks. So that's what she came over there for. So she said that the girl came out. The girl, Sierra, obviously had a problem that she was there. So she had an attitude. So Hakeem followed her to see, you know, what was her attitude about, like why she was tripping. The gym buddy said, so they started arguing, so she got up and she left. And she said she didn't hear any gunshots or anything like that. So they still just didn't really believe Sierra's story. So they decided to call Hakeem's mom, which was also his manager. The mom tells them that Sierra was very jealous, very possessive, and they had recently broke up. She said she had been telling her son that they needed to break up because he would play like his music on Facebook and stuff like that, and girls will leave comments saying, you know, your music sounds good, whatever, just complimenting him. She'll be in the comments threatening the girls and everything else. She had made a comment to Hakeem before. This is what the mom was saying, that she can just call the police on him and tell the police that he put his hands on her, and they'll just arrest him. And she said, if I can't have you, nobody can. And this is a comment that she made to Hakeem, and Hakeem was telling his mom about it because it was real close, him and his mom. So his mom told Hakeem, she said, you need to start recording. Record anytime she say something crazy, anytime she put her hands on you, anytime she threaten you, just record her. So that way, if she calls the police, you'll have something to back up your story. So he started doing that. So the mom told the detectives, she said, y'all need to check his phone because my son records everything. So they said, well, we tried to do that, but he has a lock on his phone, so we can't get into the phone. So his mom said, well, I know for a fact that everything is backed up on iCloud. So they go to the iCloud building or whatever, get all of his records or however they can get into it, all his files from iCloud. And sure enough, he recorded what happened that night. Now this went on for 19 minutes. So the first one was him in the mirror in the bathroom, face full of blood. So he was like, y'all see this? Y'all see this? Sierra did this. He said her last name. Sierra did this to me. Sierra did this to me. He showed the knife. All of a sudden, you see her in the background. Now, she also had a face full of blood. And she shoots him in the back. All of this is on camera, on video. So, he falls to the ground. Camera's still rolling. And she just standing over him. I'm tired of you abusing me. You abused me and you know it. You did this to me for as long as we were together. You always abused me and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. So he was like, don't do this. You know, just call my mom. Call the police. I'll tell them it was me. This is everything that he's saying on video. Call the police. I'll tell them it was me. Call my mom. Like, don't do this. You don't have to do this. She shoots him again. So he was like, I'm dead, man. I'm dead. Like, I'm dead. So then, you know, she going on. She cussing. She picks up the phone. She was like, I love him. I'm tired of this. She was like, I'm just done with it. I'm done with it. So she, you know, she just cussing him out, cussing, screaming, going crazy. So he was like, man, you need to stop this. Please don't do this. Don't do this. He was like, you're going to go to jail for the rest of your life. She just cussed like, I don't care. I don't give a F. I don't care if I go to jail for the rest of my life. I don't care if I can go to jail for the rest of my life. Shoots him again. So then, I don't know like exactly where she was shooting him at. But, so he was like, can I just hug my daughter one last time? Can I just kiss my daughter one last time? The daughter come, you can hear the daughter come in. And she crying for her daddy. She shoots him again. She shoots him like a total of, I think, 7 times. And then she takes off. They found out the stab wounds that she had in her leg, she did herself. So, of course, they arrested her on the day of the trial. It probably took the jury an hour to come up with the verdict of her being guilty. Now, the mom wanted her to have the death penalty. Her own mom got on the stand and said, wherever you at, trouble is always there. You know, you getting what you deserve. I guess her and her mom didn't get along. She called her mom all kinds of B's and everything in the courtroom. Girl, it was a mess. My mouth, once I saw that video, like, I couldn't believe it. My mouth was open. My mouth was to the floor the whole time. The whole time. So now the little girl don't have a mama or her daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, crazy. So y'all let me know if y'all ever heard about that story, if y'all from Atlanta. I can't remember the dude's real name. But this happened in 2017. Crazy. If you guys are wondering where I got these little seafood crackers from, I got them from Walmart, about $3. And I just use them for the claws because sometimes these claws are a little hard. And I don't really like breaking these with my teeth. Get your little meat out. That was good, y'all. Y'all need to try this juice too. Welch's passion fruit. So good. Okay, guys, so I hope you're done eating if you're eating with me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Click the next 2 videos at the bottom of the screen, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, y'all.